I think it's fair to say that in the YouTube stratosphere, I'm pretty much the minimalist barefoot shoe guy now. I mean, I've reviewed Vivo barefoot shoes, Zero shoes, Suaz shoes. I've even reviewed barefoot socks. I know. That's a joke. I actually really enjoy wearing my barefoot socks. So the other day, FEELGROUNDS reached out to me, firstly to congratulate me on being the minimalist barefoot shoe guy on YouTube, so thank you very much. And secondly, that they wanted me to review a pair of their shoes and give them some honest, constructive feedback. So I said, sure. Checking out their shoes, I was really impressed. They were simple, stylish, and the first barefoot shoes that I've seen that well look like shoes. I struggled which shoes to choose as I liked a lot of their shoes, however I finally decided to go for the original knit in black and white. The original knit offers the most natural walking experience while looking sleek and stylish. Its knit upper comes in a water repellent treatment which makes the model a great all-round sneaker, ideal for everyday casual wear in spring and autumn. Okay, so this is it guys. The box has arrived and I'm really excited to review these shoes. If you guys watch my other barefoot shoes review, I'm a big advocate of barefoot shoes, but the one thing I have stipulated that I'm still struggling to find is a pair that don't look like barefoot shoes. But I do love my Vivo barefoots, I do love my Zeros, I pretty much live in my Zeros. I've even got them on now. These are the comfiest shoes I've ever worn in my life, so let's see how FEELGROUNDS compare. Okay, so out the box, yeah, they look pretty sleek, to be honest. I did actually like the look of most of their shoes. They're kind of just like a plain natural looking shoe. These ones kind of reminded me like of Vans or Converse, kind of just like a nice sleek skater shoe. Once again, super flexible like most barefoot shoes. Looks like a solid grip on the bottom, to be fair, as well. They also sent me a pair of elastic laces, so I'll try those out during the week as well. I don't think I've ever used elastic laces, so that'll be interesting to see. So I'm just gonna pop them on quickly. First impressions, really impressed. They look like shoes, which is the first time I feel like I've been wearing normal shoes in over a year now. The big question I need to know is, are they as comfortable as my Zero shoes? As I still stand by these being the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn, but that's what this week's all about. So as always, I'm gonna be wearing these shoes for the entire week. I will not take them off my feet. I'm gonna be wearing them to work out, go on walks, go on runs, in and out the house. I'll even put in these elastic laces and see what they're all about. And at the end of the week, we'll review the final thoughts on the shoes, the style, the comfort, the wearability, the affordability, and a bit about the company and see if they are my new favorite shoes. So see you guys in a week. So it's been about 2 weeks since I received the FEELGROUNDS shoe and I'm finally ready to give my review. So 2 weeks ago I said I'm going to be rating the shoe on style, comfort, wearability and affordability. So let's jump straight in. Style for me has got to be a 10 out of 10. If you jump onto the website, all the shoes look amazing, especially they have like this winter boot that's coming out soon and they just don't look like barefoot shoes, and it's the first time since I've had barefoot shoes that I felt like I'm wearing regular shoes. Me and Loretta went to Liverpool the other day and it's the first time I think I've been out in ages that I actually look like quite smart when I'm out, rather than most of the time I look like I've just got back from a hike when I'm wearing my regular barefoot shoes. So yeah, style for me is 10 out of 10. Next up we have comfort, and comfort, once again, they're super comfy shoes. They're super flexible and light material like most barefoot shoes. I'm gonna give them a 9.5 out of 10. The reason they get a 9.5 and not a 10 out of 10 is, if I'm completely honest with you, I do feel like my Zero shoes are a little bit more comfortable. However, I have owned them for about a year now and I'm wondering if it's like, you know, when you've had a pair of jeans that you've worn for like a year and they're really comfy, but then you get a new pair and you feel like the new pair is not as comfortable as your old pair, but it's just you've broken them in. I wonder if that's the scenario that we're in at the moment, so maybe I'll do an update in a couple more months. So don't get me wrong, they're incredibly comfortable. However, I just seem to have Zero on a pedestal of comfort in my head. However, in a couple of months that may be different once I've broken them in a little bit further. Next I had wearability, and I don't know why I said this because it's kind of hard to judge wearability when you've only worn a shoe for 1 or 2 weeks. So there's no rips or tears in the sole. However, as I say, I've only had them for 2 weeks, so that category was probably negligible. Next up we have affordability, which is probably the category that puts people off trying barefoot shoes, and I'm going to give them an 8 out of 10. You're looking around at least £100 for a pair of these FEELGROUND barefoot shoes, but in my opinion they're completely worth it, especially when it comes to your health and wellness. If I wasn't wearing barefoot shoes, I'd most likely be wearing Nike Air Jordans, and they definitely go for at least £100, so in my opinion they're reasonably priced. However, if you do think barefoot shoes are a little bit too expensive, I have made a video on how to convert old Vans trainers into barefoot shoes, which can be a very cheap way for you to kind of see if barefoot shoes are for you. Alongside affordability, I think it's well worth touching on the company itself, and this kind of can help you see the reasoning behind the cost of the shoe. First of all, it's worth mentioning all the shoes are completely vegan and they try and use as much recycled material as possible. But the bit of the company that really stood out for me was where the shoes are made. They are part of a Better Work Vietnam program that supports the implementations of practices based on international labour standards. So it's nice to know that they are putting thought into where their products are made and they're not just trying to cut costs where possible. Being a conscious consumer myself, I am very aware of where I like to buy my products from, and it is nice to know that the product is made in hospitable working environments. I think I also mentioned previously that they sent me some elastic laces. However, somehow I've managed to lose them, so I can't give a review on the elastic laces. However, I am able to just slip the shoes on and off with the laces done up. Finally, FEELGROUNDS asked me to give some constructive feedback about the shoes and something they could possibly do in the future. Now, I love the style, I love the comfort, I think they're very affordable. However, I would like to see a Nike Air Jordan-esque type of FEELGROUND barefoot shoe in the future. So thank you. Anyway, that's going to be it for the video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.